Hi friends, today we're going to be teaching you how to change the locks on your 1990 to 1993 Honda Accord. This can also apply to about any other 1990s Honda. For example, we did that for my CRX.
So we're going to be doing a video on how to change the locks on a CB7. Obviously, this car is not going to be on the road anymore, unfortunately. This is a friend's car that got stolen and wrecked, and it's going to get scrapped. So this is a car that if I change the locks on and show the internet the exact code to the key, because every key has a code to it, that I can trust that it's not going to be on the road to get stolen. You know, not saying anybody watching this video is going to come and steal a car of mine, but you never know. So this is our mule car. This is our test car. So I'm going to get into it. This is a 1992 Honda Accord EX sedan. In my right hand here is a 92 to 93 Accord ignition cylinder, and this is a 90 to 91 Accord ignition cylinder. You can put a 92-93 ignition into a 90-91, but you can't put a 90-91 into a 92-93 car.
Why is this?
Because the airbag. So this is shortened for a reason. And this would run into things in the clock spring. Honestly, I've never tried it, but I'm just assuming that the reason that this is shorter is that there's things in the way.
So if you were to put the non-airbag model into the airbag model, would that mean that your airbag will not work anymore?
I have no idea. I haven't tried it. I'm not trying to try it.
Okay.
So anyways, so you could put this into a 90-91 or a 92-93, but you cannot put this into a 92-93. Is it it's not focusing.
There we go.
That's okay. So anyways, this is our lock cylinder that we have. So we're going to use the 92-93 lock cylinder on this 92 Honda Accord. So the key, or the ignition that is in there, has a key in it, and that key goes to all the locks. But I'm going to change all that to this key. Sophie, I'm going to change it to this key here. So this key, wow, why is it not working now? It was just working 2 seconds ago. What the
10 hours later.
So apparently this key doesn't go to this ignition.
Yes.
Okay, so this key works for this ignition not very well. So to get that ignition out, we need to take off the clamshell here. They are a bit different from 92, 93, and 90-91.
Look at that spin of the wrist. Sorry. Just put music over it.
I don't think there's a screw in there. There should be 3 machine screws and 2 plastic. I don't know. Is this even? Okay, cool. So I took all those off. I'm not used to the 92-93 clamshells. Take that off. Okay, so after you get the clamshell off, you're going to be looking at this here. So what you want to do is, under here is a light. Just twist that, it pulls out. And this white thing, just give it some twists. I don't know if it's hooked onto anything, but it just twists. There you go. Pull that off. And you're going to want the key in the 1 position here. There is a screw up on top right there, but that's not important right now. It's a P1 screw. And then there's also a screw that goes into a hole right there that I already took out, and I can't get it back in, but you don't need to take it all the way out because it's really hard to get it back in there. It's also really hard to get like a screwdriver on it. So I just use some pliers and just grab it and twist it. Doesn't need to come out very far. And then right behind that, you might be able to see there's another hole right behind it. It's really hard to see it. But so there's a little button you gotta push in there. So I use an Allen wrench. So there's this hole right here, and I just put an Allen wrench into it. You could probably use a pick, but you got a little button to press, and that's it. See that little guy right there? You push that in and it pops out. You gotta make sure you're in the 1 position, or maybe 2, but I think it's supposed to be 1. And then you can take that screw out, it's P1 screw, and then you have your ignition out. Okay, so none of the keys in this car are working for the doors. The ignition is pretty hard to use. It barely works. I haven't tried the trunk, but I don't know. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make all these locks in this car fit these keys instead of putting a different ignition in, because this key doesn't fit that ignition very well either. So I might just take this apart and see if I can make it fit a key better, because you can take these apart. It's really not easy to do. I sliced my hand open pretty good one time and gave up, but I have been successful. Taking that shell off is kind of the hardest part. So maybe this is a 92 lock. Maybe I'll just build this. Anyways, so that's the plan. But next I'm going to take the door panels off, take the door locks off, and then I think we can take the trunk lock out. But I don't think there's a good way to test it because it kind of doesn't line up anymore. So we're going to try that. Also, these taillights are destroyed. Not for sale. So CB7 door panels are pretty easy to take out. There's a screw here, a screw down here, and then there's one here, and I believe that's it. If I remember correctly, that's it. So I'm going to start by taking the door handle off. Take that one screw out. It slides. Actually, these slide. I don't remember which way they slide. You slide forward. You unplug this. That's the door lock. Coupes are going to be a little bit different. And then there's the pull lever there. You usually want to go on the bottom of it if you can. And push that off. And then you pry it out. Pry it up. Come on. There we go. And I lost the screw. Nope. I didn't lose the screw. Don't lose the screw. It's got a shoulder on it so that it doesn't crack the plastic. Put that in a safe spot, and then we can use our flathead here and pry this out. Oh gosh. Put that in a safe spot. And then we're going to pry this out over here. Come on. Oh, it opens up. Okay, put that in a safe spot. And then we're going to pull that screw out. Can you back up a bit? It doesn't need to be that close. Is there a screw in there? I don't think that's a screw. Okay, so next it's got a bunch of clips around the edge. There's usually a clip that goes right there, so you can start over here, just carefully pulling out. Ooh. This goes to the window. Maybe the window's broken. The window's probably broken. The window's broken. Okay, next, just lift up, slide it back a little bit, Bring it down. Get inside.
That's what Isaac does.
Unplug the courtesy light. Unplug everything. Just unplug it all. Power, window switches. Come on. There it goes. And then mirrors, the green one up in here. Pull that out. Okay, so inside the door panel here, this is our lock right here. This is the door handle. That's the lock. When you turn the lock, it turns this white plastic thing, which pushes the rod down, which unlocks and locks the door. So what we need to start by is getting this E-clip off. Sweet, you don't want to lose that, which I did. I just chucked it into the door. So you can take this white piece. Let's get this out of the way. This white thing, and that just slides right off the back of the lock. And then you can get it up over there and slide it off like that. Now you have that off. Set that aside because you want to save that. And then you can see the lock cylinder here. There's a clip that holds it in right there. So you need to pry the clip. Actually, I think you can just pry it straight down, just like that. And
You lost it in the worst possible place.
you don't want to lose that one either. But now you can just take your lock out. And this says SM4L. So this is basically a CB7, the left side. I don't know what the B stands for. Okay, so we got our E-clip.
Yeah, that thing went behind here.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting it back. I don't think I have extras either.
Oh no!
So the passenger door is the same as the driver door, minus some plugs and stuff. So pretty much just repeat the same thing on that side to get that lock out. I'm going to take out the trunk lock.
So, to get the trunk lock, you're obviously gonna have to open your trunk. Wow.
This is the trunk lock here. So you need a 10 millimeter to get it out. And you might need to pull the E-clip off before to get the plastic off. So I've got my don't lose that. And then you twist it.
Counterclockwise or anti-clockwise?
I think that was clockwise.
What the f did I just say?
Counter or anti? Okay, yeah, we're gonna want to take the E-clip off first.
Okay, so you're gonna want to take your E-clip off and then twist that. Don't lose your E-clip.
I didn't lose it.
Nice.
Okay, so
You're gonna twist counterclockwise. And there's your lock.
and then when you put these back, you know what? I'll show you later. Oh, okay. And that's the trunk lock there. Unfortunately, the glove box lock is missing out of this car, but I have extras, so we'll check that out. Okay, so the last lock that I wasn't gonna get, but I ended up deciding to get is this one here that locks the trunk and the gas door. I'm now one-handed, so bear with me. There's a flap right open, one screw. I think you need to, oh yeah, you can just pull it back. I think you can just go forward with it. Up and forward, maybe. Yes, cool. Couldn't remember. And then the lock, where's it at? I might just pull out of there. Never taken this one out. I'm pretty sure this just comes right out. Oh. Wow, I can't believe I've never taken this out. That is so easy. Nice. Super easy. Ooh. It might not be easy to rebuild it, but it's easy to take it out. Okay, so we have our ignition cylinder, our driver door lock. The passenger door lock is about the same. Our gas and trunk lock, which I've never taken apart, so this might be a learning experience for me. And then the trunk lock, actual trunk lock, and then the rear deck lid lock, and the glove box lock. So let's go to the workbench and start taking these apart and checking out what sort of tumblers we got.